Welcome back, everyone. Third Street Reactions. I'm Zach.
I'm Shane.
We are back with The Walking Dead, Season 11, Episode 6.
Yeah.
You know what happened last time?
Yeah, we got a little bit of everything. Except Daryl.
Yeah, we didn't see much of him in the Reaper compound, but we got to see Maggie and Negan still hashing it out, waiting on the other survivors. We got to see the Commonwealth and fucking Eugene.
And I'm pretty...
spouting, bumping his goddamn gums, and getting themselves in the hot pot.
Which is funny, because I've heard that guy's voice in real life, and he actually plays a minor role in Mad Men. And he just sounds completely different.
Hi, I'm Josh McDermott from The Walking Dead. Let's talk about some of my firsts.
He has like a regular voice, but he talks like this.
Yeah.
He's a great actor.
He does. He's doing a really good job in this show. I haven't seen a variety of his performances. I like him. I don't like the character, but I like him.
Yeah, he's enjoyable, but yeah, I get that.
Yeah. Kind of like Gaul.
Yeah, or, even Gideon a little bit. You know what I mean? Like, I enjoy his character so much.
Yeah, there's not much to like about him. He doesn't have that many redeeming qualities.
No, but
that
that's why he's great to watch, but not be friends with.
There you go. Let's see, what was the other one? Because there were three. Yeah, because you had Aaron.
Yeah.
And the Whisperers that had survived, and them tormenting him.
Yeah.
With that fucking zombie.
And it turns out, it seems to be, unless they pull the rug out from underneath us, he was just a regular guy. He was a follower. He wasn't a believer.
Yeah. He just wanted to survive, which is kind of a paradox there, because you're marching with the zombie herd and with your little fraternity of, world-ending... Yeah,
they're all weak...
zombie-herding motherfuckers.
They're followers, And Aaron, obviously, he's upset still, and I don't blame him. I don't know if I would have did what he did as soon as he did, but it worked out because Carol stopped them from killing him.
Yeah, and then they found out there was a survivor.
Yeah.
We had that little tidbit with Rick's daughter, and
his asshole kids.
The asshole kids were dicking around with those zombies on the fence, and then they broke her sign.
And that is just not safe. And they broke her sign, which is an asshole thing to do.
There's just a bunch of shitheads. And you imagine what those shitheads will grow up to be in a zombie-infested world.
Yeah, they'll be like like Negan shitheads.
I don't know. Negan, for all we know, could have been a just everyday stand-up guy before.
He was.
Yeah, exactly. So they're not going to be like Negan.
Yeah, you're right.
They're like the shithead followers that follow Negan.
Yeah, definitely that.
So, all right. Well, that's it. Here we go.
Might be a house. We can hide.
That'd be a hindrance. They always do zombies better than anything I've seen.
They're pretty well done.
Yeah. Stab him in the back of the head.
He didn't have anything with him. Jesus Christ. Just that fall right there could have resolved in a bite.
I know. I think they could get that door open.
Yeah, I would imagine. Where's the knife been this whole time? I think I'd have that fucking thing out.
That's not a good place.
No, it's not. It'd be a hell of a hindrance to be fucking deaf.
Yeah.
In this world.
It would be great to have a character like that from the very beginning.
Yeah, it would.
It's a good idea.
Especially if they're a badass deaf guy, like in Fargo.
Well, what's cool is a badass blind guy, like a guy, the old guy from Avatar.
Well, that's cool.
Yeah.
But you're going to be running in environments all the time that you're unfamiliar with.
Yeah.
It'd be a lot harder to pull off a blind guy in this world, unless he was like a badass that ran a team.
Yeah, it'd be great if they just did that movie in this universe. Like they actually stumbled into his house, and he's just been there since the apocalypse.
Stephen Lang.
Yeah. God, he's in Into the Badlands. That is such a cool show.
He's also in The Ministeric Goats.
Haven't seen that. I always wanted to.
That's pretty good.
Yeah, Gus always talked about that movie because it's based on a true story, right?
I think you'd run out of paper real quick. Have to communicate like that all the time.
Yeah.
You need some rest.
I think I'll just write rest. Conserve paper.
Yeah.
You haven't slept in days. Rest.
She understands you, dude. She just, it's not safe there.
Yeah.
where they are.
Freak.
I love waterboarding. I love pulling people's fingernails off.
Yeah.
That's what I live for.
Why don't you take a turn, man?
That guy's. God damn it!
You always stop me. You never get to have any fun.
What hell you are?
Just give them a location where your friends are hiding. You do that, this all goes away.
It's a good offer. Or, and hear me out, you all could go eat shit instead.
I don't like that.
It doesn't look like zombies would bother doing that. So,
No. Dude, the deaf girl doing this is just...
It's bad planning.
It's bad.
Someone's gonna pop up in that mirror behind her or something.
But I thought for sure... Is there a mirror on that cabinet and she's going to close
it and see somebody behind her.
Fuck that shit, dude. Stop him.
God, quit trying to figure it out, man.
I would not turn my back to that door.
No.
Grandfather's house used to have one of these. I'd secretly shove stuff in there.
Don't stick your eye in there.
I'm sure you saw something. But you haven't slept.
People
So maybe...
like this in an apocalypse get you killed. Jesus Christ.
Are you kidding me? I wouldn't want any holes or cracks in anything. Jesus Christ!
What is that fucking thing? Shitty Tarzan man.
Look. She Tarzan, there's no jungle, it's just like apocalypse.
Yeah, he's just running around on all fours.
I understand, but I don't need it. Go sift upstairs, make sure we didn't miss anything.
Dude, chill out, bro. Like,
Well, I mean, he's right.
yeah.
That's the thing. But
Yeah, I mean, it's right.
Stop pissing off Carver.
Carver pisses off himself. At least he hangs his coat up.
Yeah, right? I thought she was gonna knock over one of those mason jars.
I know. Picked him clean.
Jesus.
Cool introduction to the sound.
He's dragging Virgil.
Got old Verge. I don't know, PTSD.
Yeah. Dude, that's his lair, right?
Yeah, I think that'd be his zone.
That's just... That'd make me feel so much weirder seeing where I just was.
Yeah.
He ran back up the stairs, you should have closed the door.
But if that little fucking crazy asshole survives this, he's gonna take all the doors off his house.
He's got a funny, horrific look on him.
Yeah, he does.
Good lord.
Mm-hmm. What do you do? Like go outside and come around?
God damn it!
I know. They stick a finger through there and point.
Yeah.
You sit there.
Does it's just. I feel that guy would be really good at taking people out.
Grappling and taking them down. Yeah.
Where's his knife?
I'd be holding on to that thing for dear life.
Me too. Didn't hear that the first time.
I did. When he throws Palpatine off. That is so disappointing. Yes. In the lung.
I mean, he'd be done, right?
I would imagine he would be. But I still wouldn't trust his ass. I wouldn't turn my back on him. How they introduce sound into her scenes is well played.
It is.
Damn,
I feel like
cut a finger off something.
Yeah, I feel like she'd be able to see. If I were him, I would not be looking at that hole, would you?
No. Jesus. It could have ended badly very quick.
I feel so much worse for her because she's like deaf, you know?
No.
You got weapons, you got balls. You'd see them coming from a mile away. Trust me, they ran.
There's nothing here. It's time we move on.
Oh, we're missing something. If I
Damn
was
it.
waste another hour. This dirtbag wants to play.
Dirtbag. Hate being called dirtbag.
Make a move.
This is not the
Make a
time,
move.
and it's not your call to make.
If you think this guy is ever gonna give a shit about any of us,
I don't give a shit about any of you. Except you. I'm here for you.
hold on.
Told you.
It looks like there's.
Maybe more room.
Yeah.
Why wouldn't you go in there and look?
Yeah.
Just look down the hole and well, guess no one's there. Might be them finding him too, though. Jesus Christ!
Dude, I didn't know there was that many. Ah!
Why are they all like that, though? Jesus! Oh shit! Damn crazy fucking Tarzan wannabe cannibals. I'd open that door and let the zombies in.
Fuck yeah.
Yes.
Smart play.
It was.
Ah!
I hope everyone gets a hold of their feet and drags it down. That'd be awesome. How do you like it, you fucking cocksuckers?
How stupid are these fools? In a decade, this happens to people.
I know.
I just never like seeing it.
I know, but I'm glad it's happening to them.
Oh, yeah.
Something makes me feel good about these crazy ass cannibals being eaten alive.
Yeah.
I got everything I needed out of them.
That looks like a very suspicious look.
It does.
What'd you think?
That's a great episode.
I thought it was good. It was very, very intense, especially for Connie.
Yeah, it's good
Verge.
because I didn't care about those new characters too much. The musician guy, which I haven't seen, I can't remember if he's dead or not. The fat musician guy, he is. I liked him the most. I didn't care for the other ones, but yeah, Connie is great, and they put her in a scene with Virgil, and it made me. It was my favorite stuff in the show.
That's probably been one of the best episodes of this season so far because of how intense it was.
Well, just like those are the things that they didn't. Those little tricks to enhance a scene to make it better, to do the little things. They were forgetting that stuff until the new showrunner came, and just it was a simple thing. It was just a tense scene of them in a house, and they did the horror the right way. That made it suspenseful and made me care about the characters, and
especially with her being deaf, it was well played.
Yeah,
because of the way they did the sound, you didn't hear anything with her until that mason jar fell and busted.
Yeah,
and reintroduced the sound. Same thing happened with the knife when he started stabbing through the wall.
And they were using like that kind of iconic high string noise,
kind of like the Joker's theme song.
Yeah.
Right, that really tense.
Like the interrogation scene?
No. When the Joker in the Dark Knight.
Okay.
Every time, usually he was on screen, they had that really high pitched, really tense.
Okay.
I don't know what the hell instrument it was now. I don't remember. It was just a violin or what. But it just kept going higher and higher pitch. And it was good.
It's just it was great. So I guess a few things. Some of my notes seem insignificant now, but. I hate when I'm running anywhere and I run into a spider web, man.
Yeah, you always wonder if the spider's on you.
Yeah.
But speaking of running, though, would you, in this scenario, being a zombie apocalypse, run or hide?
Well, I feel like you would need to do both at certain situations. Having the wisdom to decide when would be.
Yeah, I mean, obviously you'd have to hide at some point to rest.
Yeah.
But where you're actively being chased, when you're hiding, you're limiting your options as time moves on.
Yeah.
The more and more time you spend hiding, you might miss a lot of opportunities. The zombies, there may be more of them.
Yeah.
You don't even know if they know where you're at, and there might be more congregating to that location.
Yeah.
So.
I don't know. I think in that particular case, when they were talking about running or hiding before they went to the house, I was wondering if they should have kept going.
Well, obviously they didn't know about the crazy-ass cannibals, but they definitely should have ran, I think.
Yeah.
But then again, the other people found them because they hid.
Yeah.
So that's how shows...
Narratively
speaking, in a real-world scenario, I mean, it works for the story.
It works for the story, yeah.
So, but deciding who to trust in a world like this...
It'd be really hard. I feel like it'd be a trial by fire.
Well, it would, because you guys they're working with Negan now, or at least Negan's working with them.
Yeah.
And you imagine guys like that, or even Eugene, who went over to help Negan for a while.
Yeah.
I mean, you're very limited on options and manpower. Mm-hmm. So eventually you'd have to open your circle of trust to people that are questionable.
Yeah.
But it's almost like you have to maintain a very solid power center where those people will be kept in line. Or you know what I mean?
Yeah.
You get to adjust the stakes for them to say, hey, it's better that you're here and you play along than if you fuck us over. So
Rick used to ask 3 questions to everyone he met. It's really cool. I can't remember what they were, but it was like, how many this, how many that, and how many people have you killed? It was the coolest thing ever. So at this point in the apocalypse, and there are exceptions like the Commonwealth, they're pretty insulated. Mm-hmm. But probably the majority of...
Well, they worked to do that because,
they did. Yeah.
You have a whole society of nothing but murderers, then...
Yeah.
But what are you going to get?
People who weren't in the Commonwealth from the beginning, there's probably a rough couple years maybe. Mm-hmm. Like, most of the characters are all going to be murdering sons of bitches because you have to be to survive. I mean, not 100%.
Not wanton murder.
Yeah.
But you'd have to kill somebody probably eventually to defend yourself.
Yeah.
Or what you love or what you're trying to do.
And you've had and everyone's going to be fucked up because everyone's lost someone. Yeah. So.
The hell of a time to live.
The torture scene, I think Daryl did his best to give him a little bit of a reprieve. Cut his finger off, might have saved his life, but in the end...
He didn't.
Pope, yeah.
Yeah, Pope saw it.
And what information did he get out of him?
Yeah, I know. Pope definitely had a look.
Yeah, he had a look.
So...
Well, I mean, one of the great things about gangs in New York is the game between Leonardo DiCaprio,
Bill the Butcher.
Bill the Butcher and...
Amsterdam.
Yeah. That was always a tense thing. It's not like The Departed tense, but it's pretty good stuff.
But Bill wasn't always trying to... He didn't suspect him.
No, he didn't.
And then in the end, when he finds out, it's that much more of a betrayal for his character to know this fucking guy's just waiting around trying to kill you.
Sneak thief.
Yeah. Saves my life so he can kill me the next, like a sneak thief.
Sneak thieves. The eyeball was super effective. I didn't suspect that at all.
No.
And just, I can't say enough how effective they were at just the house set, you know. Yeah, the guy, Carver, I mean, unfortunately, he's right about Daryl.
Yeah, he is right. That's the thing.
Yeah.
He seems like an asshole to us because you want your character, one of the leads, to succeed in his endeavors, but that guy's right.
But it's also like, besides his gut, which isn't invalid, he doesn't really have any evidence. Like, he's just being an asshole.
He is. I mean, you got this guy that comes in, used to be a flame with, what's her name?
Yeah.
And
he obviously likes her.
And he likes her, so it's kind of that. It's like, oh, what? This guy's doing this guy's doing that. He's like this jealous, torturous, sadistic.
Yeah, but he's right. You know, just like
he wants to get the woman, and he wants to go home and torture people, and he wants to have a good life.
Like high school. This girl I was with, I suspected this dude, and I was probably being the asshole.
Yeah.
And I was right. Her ex, and it just and she was fucking him behind my back. You know what I mean?
That's the thing. It's
so
learn to just
the gut is there for a reason. You know, it's not always right, but I try to listen to it.
You don't need evidence when you got instinct.
I try to explore my instincts.
Reservoir Dogs.
Okay, yeah.
Well, I mean, I don't know. I mean, how much effort do you put in? If it's a little bit questionable, but you can realize that maybe you're pushing it too far, and you aren't still continuously being prompted to think, well, maybe this is something that's...
Well, it's like there's smoke, there's fire. And I've been wrong before, but I want to explore that feeling.
Yeah, I mean, from my trust, whatever. Who do you think... I mean, you talk about these people in the apocalypse, they're all trying to they're all figuring out their identities again, because they've been put through extreme circumstances.
Yeah.
With Negan, and especially Negan. Some of the people were trying to maintain their humanity. You got Maggie and a lot of people. You had some with Rick when he was kind of turning into the dictatorship kind of deal. Mm-hmm. Who do you think you would be in the apocalypse?
Because at certain points in the show, I feel like the dictatorship at this part was required to help them survive, and that sometimes you need more humanity when you're dealing with your own people, or if you're dealing with new people.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
Well, there have to be.
So I like to think I'd just be perfect in every situation.
Yeah, you would.
I mean, I guess I want to be as compassionate as I can when it was called for. How Rick was towards the end of his life, where I think he was a hardened veteran, but he also had, at that point, the knowledge and the wisdom to survive and understand people and understand the situations to where wasn't an asshole, I guess. I like to think I'd be like that.
Yeah.
So, I don't think I'd be those Tarzan cannibal guys.
No, I don't imagine you being that way.
Yeah.
It just makes you wonder how well you can hold on to a community in those scenarios.
I don't know. I mean, I think a lot of it depends on, like, where are you at ground zero when it all goes down. Connie and, I think Virgil's done. I think he's done. But now that group has combined. I know we weren't exactly following Connie, but now her storyline has connected with Carol and the rest of them. Mm-hmm. And and talking about Daryl and his stuff, again, I know we did already. Yeah, I'm enjoying that. I'm wondering if Pope knows something, and I know that's going to probably be the hook of the storyline. Does Pope know more than he's letting on?
Or he could just be kind of, testing him, because maybe the guy didn't give up anything about him.
Yeah,
and he's just kind of pressuring Daryl because maybe he saw that Daryl was holding back in the interrogation.
Yeah.
Or thought that he was and didn't give him enough, so he's just kind of still... He didn't get anything out of the guy, so he's got to make him think that he did.
Well, because there's some of these things, watching TV and analyzing it, where it's like, okay, if they're doing a heist and they say the plan, then the plan's not going to work.
Yeah.
If they don't say the plan, if it happens off screen, then it's going to work, you know what I mean? And that applies to many plans, not just heist movies. But in this type of situation, you don't know. You know what I mean? Because I've seen both where a character will say something like this and he knew more, and sometimes he didn't. You know what I mean? But yeah, you're right in terms of the visual cue to the audience. It seems like he does. As a man, you said there's a guy, he has a look on his face.
Yeah, it was definitely a very inquisitive look.
So it's weird. It just doesn't feel like the last season of The Walking Dead. I mean, I don't need it to feel like the last one. I hope there's some closure. I know it goes on, but I just like it. I like the characters. I like the story. I'm not really thinking about the end, but it's really good so far.
It is.
Yeah.
That episode is definitely, they keep them coming, and they keep them coming well. So
yeah. And there's one thing. So I know you haven't played it. It's a great game, The Last of Us. For some reason, when in the shot where it showed them all infiltrating that little neighborhood before they go to that house, and the way these guys are talking to each other, it makes me think when you are Joel or Ellie, and those assholes are looking for you, and they're like by the cars and they're talking. Where are they? Mm-hmm. And it reminded me of that world so much with like the nature overgrowing the cars and the houses, and
it wouldn't take very long at all for nature to reclaim.
No, it wouldn't.
Things, so.
Yeah, and that's pretty much all I got. I really, really liked it. Like, I'm super in. Like, all the storylines are pretty interesting, and yeah, I can't wait to watch the next one.
No, I agree. Didn't leave me really any complaints.
No, that's it.
Thanks for tuning in. If you like what you saw and you made it this far, you ought to like and you should subscribe. And you'll find us on Instagram. You'll find us on Twitter. And you can comment down below. Let us know what you think.
Helps us out.
Critique. We don't mind for the most part. So, yeah. Thanks.